Hi everyone! It's the 4th of July, so you might hear some banging, and my son is forging a knife, so you probably hear some hammering. Just wanted to do a quick update on how the garden was doing, so sorry if I go fast. I know this is usually just for me. The ice plants are doing amazing. They're just everywhere. None of these seeds did too well. These are just some sensitive plants that I found by the side of the road that I'm going to try to grow. Those are mimosa that grow kind of like a ground cover. Basil and the turmeric are all doing pretty good. I took one of the tomatoes out and I'm going to put more peppers. The peppers are getting bigger. These are all bell peppers up here. Asparagus. There's nothing really new up here. Just the basil's getting bigger. A couple of the moneymaker tomatoes made it into their home, their forever home. That one got eaten really bad by tomato hornworms, and now this one is just producing a little tiny tomato. We're gonna see what happens. This is our fireworks out here. These beautiful sunflowers. These are just ornamentals, but they've all started to show their faces. And they're all very beautiful. And underneath this, our cucumber trellis, which has grown since you've last seen it. Got 2 or 3 vines growing up it now. I've already harvested 2 cucumbers off of it that were hanging down. And there's another one right up there. Yep. But yeah, the sunflowers, we've cut 1 or 2 so far. There's some other smaller ones growing down here that I think are so cute. There's a volunteer eggplant here that I didn't notice before. I just thought it was part of the pincushion flower. Focus. But we're gonna see what that is. I don't know what in the world kind of eggplant it could be. Lemongrass is looking great. I don't think there's anything new over there except just a lot of growth. The fig tree is still doing really great. We've got bigger figs on there now, all down to the bottom. And I'll take you over this way. We've got the purple basil that I've been taking out of. That was just from seed. The barrage is really doing lovely. It's just such a beautiful sight when I come out down my porch and just these dainty little flowers, and they taste like cucumbers. Very beautiful, very lightly like cucumber smell. Sorry, I have the worst camera in the world. iPhone. Yeah, it doesn't focus ever. The cucumbers back there getting a little bit yellow. We have got 4 of them in one bucket here though, so these tomatoes are doing okay. Seeing how these are doing. I took one out and it just became compost, and so these are getting more sun down here. This is just spearmint. These cucumbers, I've harvested at least 6 or 7 cucumbers from in that whole big bush. And that whole area, which is only like maybe 3 by 4 or 4 by 5 perhaps, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cucumber plants. So we've got a lot of harvest out of that. Sorry about the trash all over the place. You know, we're just rednecks. That's not politically correct. Okay, so I put some purple basil over here. The Sakata Sweet melons. I have taken one out of there that was the weakest plant and let these 2 stronger ones grow. Planted some more things over here. Right here I have pumpkins, so I'm just gonna let maybe 1 or 2 grow. This soil is very rich. and very amended with my own compost. And then right beside it, I just have some radishes, so they'll be in and out of there before the pumpkins are ever producing. And then behind that, I have soybeans, which will actually add nitrogen to the soil, a little bit at least. And some more soybeans here. And in the back of the garden are the taller plants. If I had corn or anything like that, I would have it back there as well. We don't really eat a lot of corn, so we are doing tomatoes and some okra and some tomatillos mixed in. These are getting taller. These here are radishes, more soybeans, and there's an old Brussels sprout here that just doesn't know what to do with itself. I don't want to kill it because I want it to produce seed, but I don't know what it's doing. Asparagus is spreading back here as well. I just noticed that the other day, so yay! We have had a couple of the Vorbergstruben cucumbers harvested, but we haven't harvested any of the platinum ones from over here. But I noticed that these are like super white and really like a beautiful white color. They don't have any yellow like the other ones. These are organic, but they weren't packaged as heirloom like the other ones were. So I'm just thinking that's probably the wax yellow that had come back, or I'll put it on the screen, I can't remember. We grow a lot of varieties of heirloom plants around these parts, in my yard anyway. This is just 6 cucumber plants. Right now they're about 6-7 feet tall. I have started snipping the ends when they get up to the top of where they can go here. I've been pinching off the last little nub. As you can see, I've done it with this right here. I left the last fruit, but that's just to control size, and of course to keep down any kind of fungus or bacterial growth from branches rubbing up against each other, or just bad airflow, which happens when there's too many vines. The dill is still doing really good, really well. I want some seeds this year too, so we're just giving it to the pollinators. I get the leaves off the bottom if I want them, which I kind of don't. We haven't made pickles this year yet, so we'll use that when we do pickles. I just picked the ripest tomato. I'll show it to you probably in the thumbnail. And there will be no focusing. But this was the first red tomato in my garden. Okay, well, just don't focus on it then. Fine. Wonderful. Thanks. All right. And I planted one of the moneymaker tomatoes here because we have some sun now. My son cut down all these trees that were here, and we're gonna try to do some hugelkultur beds. I've already done a small one here. I'll show you that. Before we go over there though, I planted some watermelon here, some spinach over there. See how it does with the hot weather. And then I planted some milkweed here to see if that would come up, because I really do need some pollinators over here. This is the sweet fall squash. And yeah, so we're just putting the biggest branches around, kind of like where we want to have the biggest bed. We may not have enough wood to make it as big as all this around here, because it's really big. But we want to do a fruit tree orchard here. So I was thinking, where do I need to put my swale? Where do I need to do this? So we're probably going to dig a trench here, because that down there is already like a dug pond area. So we'll see what happens. But this is the small hugelkultur bed that we just started with. And I kind of planted some black-eyed Susans and some Armenian cucumbers in here. Just my reasoning being, if they make it up, they'll have something to crawl through. They're used to climbing, and they can climb along this fence here and give us a little bit of privacy and some fruit and some flowers. So we'll see how that goes. We started with all big logs down on the bottom, big logs, leaves, dirt, water, more logs, limbs and twigs, then more limbs and twigs and leaves and good stuff. So if anything comes up in there at any point, it'll be very happy. And the point of this is that it retains the moisture. So wood is a really good retainer, and it draws moisture up out of the soil. So you're actually supposed to put the wood vertically, like stacking it, kind of like a firewood pile, except turned up so that the ends are perpendicular to the ground. But I'm just not sure if we can do that. We're gonna see if we can at least do that some places, like driving some posts down into the ground, of course, around the edge of where we decide the bed's gonna be. But yeah, we want to do at least 1 or 2 nitrogen fixers in here, like mimosa or I can't think of another one right now because my mind just is crazy. Went blank. But nitrogen fixing trees or bushes in there, of course, with our fruit trees, which I want to do at least a peach and a plum, and I really want an apricot. So we'll start with a trio and see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Check back to see how all this is doing. It's getting it's getting there. Where's your garden at? It's July. Is it smoking hot like it is here where you live? These peppers are loving it. These are Ellen Hinkle Hots as well. These are hot pepper. This is a sheep-nosed bell pepper here. Or sheep-nosed pimento, sorry. The Hinkle Hots got topped, which is why they're fuller. I pinched off the top when they were about this high, and so they sent out a lot of branches from the bottom. This one I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just left it alone. I didn't pinch it, and it's just got this one sad little stalk, but it's doing okay. It's a pretty strong stalk. Pretty good little guy. Let's see what they do. I'd love to see your garden. Link me to your channel. Show me what's growing in your area. I'm in the Southeast, Zone 8A. There's a lot of things perennial here that you might not think, like turmeric, ginger, self-heal. You can grow basil almost all year long. Lettuce too. Have a great one. Hope you're having a good 4th of July wherever you are. Happy Independence Day all the way from America. Happy summer.